back and watch that video I just did, and I started talking about getting a free college degree. Actually, well, the government will pay you living expenses while you get a college degree, and you get a guaranteed job when you graduate. It takes a couple of years, and actually you're working while you're getting that degree. And this is like Grow Your Own, it's called, and it's for help us to get teachers. And at any age, I mean, there's an article here I'm reading that people are 58 years old and going back to do this. So any age you can do it, high school students or whatever. So you're getting out of high school, you could do it. You know, way to make a decent salary and get all your tuition and everything you paid for, you know, while you become a teacher. We need teachers badly. They're doing all kinds of unique things. This is in like a dozen states or more right now. It's called Grow Your Own. And it's really based on the apprenticeship program. You know, oh, Forrest, Tammy, did you see that? Yeah, some lady from Missouri was here, wanted me to jump in the, she's a tourist, and the only thing she knew about Washington, D.C. was Forrest Gump finding his girlfriend, and they jump in the pool together, or whatever that was. I still remember she showed me the book. So I did that for her, hugged her in the middle of the reflecting pool in front of the Lincoln Memorial. So I think it's on the video I did right before this. I kept the camera running, so maybe you could see it. But more importantly, for you to have fun. See, I'll grab any activity to have fun. Somebody said to me, jump in the river. Yeah, why not? You know, oh, it is your favorite movie. Well, yeah, it is interesting, and that's why, you know, it's a nice movie, I think, and really good. It very philosophical. So to make her day. See, and I want to make your day too. Everybody out there, man, life is too short not to help people. And if we have that power, we should give it. And that's what members do, like Tammy. I mean, she helps other people in the club. And by the way, membership at Let's Go Help, you have like 4 more days. On the midnight on the 4th, November 4th, we close the deadline for our October 4th grant. We're giving out, you know, $40,000, and I just saw that. Gosh, we've given out almost $400,000 already this year. $400,000. I was joking about Forrest Gump to my husband before I checked that. Cool. Well, she's going to give me the video she has, and I'll try to put that up somewhere too, so you can see that. I couldn't believe my ears, and yeah. And that's what life's about, man. It's grabbing the moment. No matter, everybody else thinks it's stupid, doesn't matter. You know, we stop ourselves from having fun in life and doing things that are different. And the important thing in life is you have to do what is inside of you, what you believe is right, not what other people believe is right. You'll never have fun because you'll have their fun. They're having fun doing that, but you don't. You could have fun creating your own thing. And that's what life is about, and that we all should do that. And that's what Let's Go Help is. I'm trying to give people the tools so they could explore their own life and develop things like that where they could jump in their own water because they don't have to please everybody. You know, you're pleasing yourself, and your heart is more important than anything else out there. Yeah, but we're not trained that way. This is why every time I had a job for 6 months, I had to do my own thing again. Birthday early gift. Even love the movie. That's great. And Let's Go Help. So don't forget, apply. It's very easy to apply to get $1,000, and you could apply for somebody else. It doesn't have to be for you. You know somebody else that needs $1,000. It could be a relative. A friend that you see, somebody at work, somebody on the street, anything that you think, understand their story, and give us a sentence or two about it so we can help somebody. This is what we do with profit. So if you join Let's Go Help, not only you get a chance to do that, you get a chance to find out about this new apprenticeship program for you to become a teacher at any age. So you don't have to start all over and go to college. They'll get you through college, but sort of like on a part-time while you're still teaching. You're a student teacher and going to school and doing the same thing and earning money, getting a degree and doing that. You could do that for a lot of things too. To be a computer person, you could do that. This is apprenticeship program. This one you wind up with with a degree. Others you wind up with a certificate that becomes very marketable. And whether it's in IT, whether it's in healthcare, whatever. See, you're working and studying at the same time. You don't have to need a degree to start this program. You usually just need a GED, to start these kind of programs. And they pay you living expenses. They pay for your tuition. Now, I did another program like this just a couple videos ago, where they pay you $17,000 stipends for 6 months training. They pay for the training, $17,000 stipends, and you get a great job in technology. That the job starts at $55,000, okay? So after 6 months, after you get $17,000, and then plus another $9,000 as a trainee, and then you start a job for $50,000, $55,000, and in 2 years make $100,000. Wow. Okay, so here's another one. You want to be a teacher. You don't like high-tech stuff. They're training you to be a teacher, and you go and you're a student teacher. You go to classes. You're getting paid while you do this. They're paying for your tuition. They're paying for your books. They're paying for everything. And in about 3 years, you become a full-fledged teacher. And that's a career you could do for the rest of your life. You could keep teaching into your 70s. Look, I'm 79. I could be a teacher. I am. And that's what anybody could do this stuff. There's so many. See, it's not all these programs are set for the industrial age. Social Security, retirement. That's when you worked in a factory. You had to quit at 60. You couldn't do that. Now, sure, I'm not as agile and not as strong or whatever, but I could still teach. 70, probably in my 80s, I'm hoping to teach you guys. And I do it when I want. That's what's cool. So go out, do something, and hang around young people as a teacher. Learn from the young people what's going on. They know better what's going on than old people. Old people like us, we know what went on. We know yesterday. Young people know tomorrow because they see it. They're not clouded with all of yesterdays in their mind and their eyes or whatever. They're just looking at opportunity. Hey, the people need this. We should be doing this. And that's why young people are great. Go back and teach young people what you've learned. And they could take that and make everything better for the rest of us because they see other opportunities that have to be worked on. We all have class tonight. That's right. See, Tammy helps teaching people in our classes. See, that's what Let's Go Help. I mean, I can't believe we've created this stuff. That's why I'm trying to think of now how to keep it going. Even I'm not going to be here forever, and how to keep that going. And it's people like Tammy that are doing it. Other members that just constantly help other members and show them how they got money. And that's it. So go in when Let's Go Help 2. And actually, I'm starting to promote Let's Go Help 2. I see the people who are in Let's Go Help 2 just stay forever. I mean, we have everybody stays forever, even on Facebook, but it's a little less on Facebook. I see people are happier with Let's Go Help 2. So I'm trying to get more people over to Let's Go Help 2. And we even you could apply directly to Let's Go Help 2 by going to Let's Go Help and the number 2.co. Let's Go Help, the number 2.co. If you go to letsgohelp.com, that gets you into the Facebook. And if you're into the Facebook, we give you a backdoor key to get into Let's Go Help 2 without paying anything. If you go into letsgohelp2.co, it'll ask you to become a member. If you're already a member, ignore that, go back to Facebook, get the backdoor key, and you get right in. If you're not a member, you could join right at letsgohelp2.co and start getting help. You want a better job? You want to make more income? Let us help you. That's what we really can do. You want to get rid of your debt? Let us help you. That's what we really can do, okay? That's all we're about. Now, again, it takes work on your part. We give you the websites, we give you the information, we tell you how to treat these people and what to do, but you have to do the actual work. And that's, otherwise, if we did it all for you, we have to charge. I used to charge thousands and thousands for that. For $20, we could do this. And for $20, you then, it's a DIY, do it yourself, okay? DIY. And you can, it's easy. You learn how to use the computer, you learn how to drive a car, you learn all these things in life. This research is a life-saving tool. It's a life resource that you could then use for the rest of your life. The government now represents over 35% of everything in the country is government. If you're not learning how to use this, you're leaving it to the rich people to use, okay? They'll figure it out. They know how valuable it is. And that's why I got sick of helping millionaires become billionaires by showing government programs. What I want to do is show people who really need help, people who really want to get ahead in life and solve problems. It's there. Take some work. It may not be easy. It can be easy, it can be hard. So if you have an easy way to do it, try that first. If you don't, then let's go to work and we'll figure it out together. And everything in life is just about perseverance. See the hearts I wear now? I used to have question marks because I thought you have to ask the right questions to know what the answers are. Now I feel that's true, but more important, to even if you know the answer, to put it into place, you have to have heart. And you have to have your heart into it if you want to achieve what you want to achieve in life, if you want to have a good relationship, a good anything, and solve problems that come up. You're going to have problems no matter what. They're going to keep coming no matter what. After you solve this one that you're trying to do now, you're going to get a whole lot more. And that's what we do, not only solve your current problem, give you the skills to solve the rest of your problems in life. Because it is just it's just a process. It's a system to learn. It's not magic. It's learning how the system is set up for you to use it. Nobody's told us how to use this system. We just set it up and vote for it. No, fuck. And then we try to get it once in a while. We hit a brick wall. Well, you're hitting the wrong walls. There's a lot of open doors over there, and that's what we do. We show you the doors to go through. And stop hitting those brick walls. And that's what Let's Go Help is all about. And when you hit a brick wall, come back to Let's Go Help. Hey, I ain't getting shit. What's going on here? Okay, tell us what you did, and we'll start, daydreaming new ways to do that. You always have to think of a new way to get through that. The roadblocks will always be there in life. And now what you have to do is be creative, say, okay, I'm going to back up now what? How do I get over this sucker? How do I get around it? How do I bust through it with something, And that's what it's about. And we all have to learn to do that in order to survive, because life is going to be changing. And I think even now, the pandemic is over, but it looks like we're heading towards bad times a little bit more. We got to, get rid of this inflation. And it seems to me, and I'm no economist, I have an MBA, but that's still not an economist, and the economists don't know for sure. But a lot of it is we spend so much money we shouldn't have to help people through this pandemic. So now we got to pay the piper for that, and that's called inflation. And that doesn't happen overnight. So we got to suffer through that. So how do you suffer through that? You got to get a little smarter, learn about the other stuff. One thing doesn't work, okay, what else can I do? Come to us. Let us brainstorm with you on what else you could do to get through this mess that's going to happen. And we'll show you more ways to try. I've been a life doing that. And that's why I never use this. I just use the system from the edges. See, to me, look around you. Who's here over millions of years? The big guys leave. Have you seen a dinosaur around anymore? They gone, right? Look for cockroaches. Go down to your kitchen in the middle of the night and turn on the light. You see all the cockroaches? They're as old as the dinosaurs, but they're still around. Right? So we all have to live like cockroaches if we want to hang around. And you can. And there's enough there to live very comfortably. A millionaire is now nothing. It's good enough for the rest of us. And you could build that, and do that yourself even. Or get the skills you need, so the people who are making big things need you. You want to be needed. And you do that by getting skills. You have that. How many new programs? It's crazy. So many. Dig, call. That's right. See, I wasn't interested in seeing some reply OFA. I don't know what OFA. Rudy Wheeler movie. What is OFA? What does OFA mean? Hi, Matt. Any chance you still have a computer? I tried through sources you mentioned. Yes. Yeah, let me scour one up for you, okay? You do US? What's DUS? ULY? I don't know all this stuff. I'm too old to know this shit. Yeah, I may have one somewhere. Send me letsgofreeradio.com, letsgofreeradio@gmail.com, letsgofreeradio@gmail.com, and let me scour around. I may be able to, I'll let you know if I can, okay? And don't forget, if you don't hear from me in a day or two, beat on me again, okay? And that's the best way. I just get too much stuff I'm trying to do. We're at the last days of our grant, so that's important to us, and to make sure. You made a video with some girl asking you to do someone. You had to put your feet in the water. Oh yeah, you could see that. I think it's on my video. If you keep watching my last video, I'm there. I'm going to get that video from her, and I'll put it on here too. But I don't know how long it'll take for her to get it to me. But the important thing is that, look at my last video, go through. I left the thing going on, so you may be able to see it there. And that's important to do. But what's more important is that, if you remember, you get to apply for our grant. Every month we give $40,000 and $500 or $1,000 to members only, okay? It's only for members. But more importantly, we teach you about government programs where you can get $50,000, $100,000, whatever, That's what we do. And that's more important than getting $1,000, is getting a whole new career. And that's what I was talking about now. We send you the links to follow up on all this stuff. I just had to change my battery to make sure you got it in there. And that's for everybody. I mean, we also train you to live in this country. I mean, I see it. The people who get the most out of this country are the ones who learn how to use it. And otherwise you get pissed off because everybody's getting something and you're not. And then you get angry. And that's important. And not to be that, because you can't have a joyful life, and we want to be joyful. And people take advantage of it. Sure, that's human nature. But you have to learn how to use it. It's there. It's there for everybody. But we all got the full action. Oh, you did, Tommy? Oh, good. Okay. So it is in that video. Good. Thanks, Sam. Yeah, and that's what, Let's Go Help. We show you where to go. We teach you how to use the system. We give any profits back to you. So this is, the members really own this. And because they're providing it, people like Tammy and other members that are helping each other, I mean, God, they're sharing. I mean, crowds are important. Individuals we don't know much as individuals. Hello, I need information. I've been trying to connect to get information. I want to do Zoom classes. I need to know. Our training, if you're a member on Facebook, we'll give you a link to get over to Let's Go Help too. If you're not a member, you could just go right to Let's Go Help 2, the number 2.co. Join there for $20, and you'll see what's the tab on the left? classes or something like that, coming soon. Or, Phyllis, are you on Let's Go Help too? Member? Yeah. Or even, but if you're a member on Facebook, we got to give you the link. Ask, start a new discussion, and ask for the link to get on Let's Go Help too. I am a member. Okay, Phyllis. Well, start a discussion on Facebook. Get that link. I'll send it to you, and that will get you right in to see Tammy on Let's Go Help too. She helps with the videos on Zoom there, so that's important. And it's there. It's learning. I mean, this is to me, it's like oil in the ground. I mean, you have an oil well that you're not digging into, and that you own all this information as someone living in America. You don't even have to be a citizen. You just have to be here for most of this stuff. I do help members get into class. Great. And that's important. I mean, the government should be doing this, yes. But now in my 70s, and I've been studying this stuff for 40 or 50 years, they're never going to get to it. So I don't have a lot of money to do it like the government should do it, but we'll do it our way, and do it in a way that members help members to teach each other, and how, we're not missing opportunities we could take advantage of to improve our lives and our families and whatever. And that's important. I have nothing better to do in life than this, and I got maybe 10, 15 more years to keep doing this. And if you like that too, remember, you go to the group tab and join the training groups. Yep. Yeah. And then, but there's another tab, Tammy, on the left that has the class schedule. And when our next schedule help us people as much. Well, thank you, Jackson. But it's important. Boy, I mean, life is full of stuff that doesn't matter much. It's hard to find the good stuff. And that's a lot of times I like crying. If I cry, I know something important is happening. Like somebody really reaching their potential in something, or doing something they had no idea they could do, or stuff from the heart becomes very important. And living in a capitalist society, we forget about that. There's two parts. Hi, Alaska. Will your sources work for new legal immigrants? Yes, of course. You're the best. We're all immigrants. My grandparents came here, immigrants. And now I help some Chinese families here as immigrants, and I see how hard the system is for immigrants, and it is for me too. So that's why, to get the support from other people, you do that, because there's a lot of roadblocks, because it's, big bureaucracies are tough. It's there, the help is there, but it's just like a big company. Try to get anything out of Comcast. They're just like the government. There's no difference between a big company and a government agency. But you have to be wise and use it and be ready. If you don't need it, you have an easier way, fine. But if you don't, boy, just dig down, man, and start using it, because it's going to make your life a lot easier if you don't have options. If you have options, fine. But all I see is that rich people are using the hell out of the government, because they know they could become billionaires, So let's just start making a living and doing something we like in life. I mean, that's the important thing, I think. If you have joined those groups, you will get notification before the class starts. Oh, cool. I don't know what's going on all over. There's too much going on, which is great, and everybody's kind and helping each other, and that's the important thing. And I got wet pants because I was in the water today. So don't forget, members, don't forget to apply for the grant, and keep asking questions, and Let's Go Help too, and take the the training every day. There's like 3-4 days a week, I guess. Tammy, I don't know if we have 3 days a week or 4 days a week. So do that. Sometimes it's all flexible. We're all flexible. I don't want to be things in stone and make it like going to the dentist. Oh, I got to do that. No, people want to do something. So I leave people alone, let them work when and oh, thank you very much. Let people do it their way, and they're happier, and I'm happier. Because we can't do it other people's way. We're all different kind of plants and organic stuff, and we have our own way of doing stuff. And that's the way it should be done for us. Maybe not for somebody else, but that's okay. Referred me to one last year. It was very helpful. Good. Also, what I like instead of 211 is findhelp.org. 211.org is good. And 211 though you call, but use their database. I don't think it's good to call. Well, call and see, but if they say there's no such thing, don't believe them. Just use the database and find all the nonprofits that are under that subject, like for getting utility payments. If you call 311 or 211 and they say no, then search 211.org and get all the agencies that are there in utility payments and call each one to see if they know of anything to help you. Because you have to dig deeper, and you do that by contacting people in the business and finding out what they know, because they deal with people like you every day. They get their salary paid to help people, so they'll know of things that aren't even printed yet. They'll know of things that other people don't know. And that's how you really get it. You have to do your detective work. And that's what that is all about. Otherwise, you're going to be left with nothing and complain. And you start learning that system about how to get information from people and how to get the stuff other people don't have, how to get the stuff that's not in in Google. Google, you think, has everything. It does, but it's not put there the way you can find it, so you never find it. So you have to find that. And it's not by searching just obvious stuff. So if you need the hard stuff, you got to get on that phone and start calling people and figuring this out. Okay, I'm going to hustle because I guess I got to go and answer questions. People are not going to help each other if I don't start this process. I got a lot of questions back home to answer and get people to help each other. And so don't forget, you want to join us, letsgohelp.com. If you join one, you get both. So that's the important thing. So if you go to letsgohelp.com or letsgohelp2.co, you could join either of those platforms, and you could use both the platforms. By joining one, you could use both. Okay? So that's always your options. We're just having trouble with Facebook. A lot of scammers to sneak in there, and you can't deal with it. And it's, there's advertising, and it's just too big and overwhelming. And this other one is more manageable for people. And like I say, people are enjoying that more than the other one. So that tells us something. And we'll probably have two for a long time, because we got most of the business started on Facebook. So, but things change. So you got letsgohelp.com. And really, when you join either one of them, besides using both of them, you get they're the only people who could apply for our grants that we give out, $40,000. It's not like $500,000 we'll give out this year almost. I mean, that's amazing to me. I never thought that in my life I'd ever do anything like that. And it's only because of the members. So that's why they're the people that should get the money and get profits. So if it's profitable, then the money goes back to members. The training, you could always ask us 100 questions a day if you like. You get live, training 3-4 times a week. Reports that are coming out daily. I mean, I do 3 or 4 a day now. I love finding new stuff for people to take advantage of. It changes every day, and we got to keep that alive, to learn, to educate people about what's going on in the government and the resources. I mean, I have nothing to do with politics. I don't care who started the program. I don't care why they started the program. I just think everybody in America should know about the program because everybody in America is paying for the program, right? So that's, I feel, my role is to make sure everybody knows about the programs that we're all paying for. And there's a lot that are pretty important. And it's a diffused network. I mean, we're a big country.
Thank you.
You bet.
Yes.
He dropped his water bottle. So come on, if you're not a member, join if it makes sense for you. And you could join on either platform. It's $20 a month. And we have some other options too. But if anybody tells you that they help you get a grant and they want to charge you more than $20, to me they're a scam. We're the best in this country that knows about this stuff, particularly for the average person. Now, there's some people probably know more about, if you're a big hotshot nonprofit, $1 billion thing. Yeah, I don't know much about those grants. I don't care. They don't help enough people. But for the people, for small business, big business, and individuals, I've been studying this stuff 40, 50 years now. And written 100 books about it, probably have more credentials on this stuff than anybody else. Been New York Times bestseller. I flunked English in college. And have 2 New York Times bestsellers. I was a columnist for New York Times, for Good Housekeeping magazine, Chicago Tribune, a whole bunch of stuff like that, when that used to be important. It's not anymore. On TV, I was a regular guest on most shows, talk shows, back in the 90s and whatever it was. Tonight Show, Letterman, I've done them maybe 7 times, I think I counted once. Oprah, I've done 3 or 4 times, I think 3 times. Larry King, I must have done a dozen or more. And then I had infomercials, and said I was one of the 5 best infomercials in America or something like that. I don't know, all these kind of shit that people have. But it was all about educating people. I wanted to make a living out of it, so I didn't have to do a job I hated. And so that's always been, part of my life, is trying to, how do I take what I think the country needs and make money on it. And then after it did very well for a while, then it stopped doing well because nobody bought books anymore. So then it took about 10 years to figure this out. And now this seems the best work I've ever done because people really get it now better. You can't get it in a book. They get it more from other people who've done it. They get it more when they get help along the way and don't have to charge. See, for these kind of services, and I used to charge thousands for this for the rich people. And now it'd probably be hundreds and hundreds and thousands for people, but I didn't want, you could afford that, you probably don't need the help. Or you're going to go in debt, which you shouldn't. You should not go in debt to solve a financial problem. You know, there's too many options. A little busy. It's nice weather in DC, man. It is. I guess it's in the 60s or something. I mean, even the water wasn't cold. You know, jumping in the water wasn't. That was nice. And I think it's all living with an open heart, so you could get more out of life and get the love from other people. If your heart's not open, nobody can love you. And it's hard to keep that heart open because there's enough assholes out there that make you want to be closed. You know. So we all have to fight that. I do a lot of research, trust me. A lot of grants just listen to. Well, Tammy, thank you. Well, let me hustle so I could go to the gym and stretch these a couple other muscles that want to be stretched so they can keep going a little bit. What I hate is when I sit down for a while and then I have to get up. Ooh, that's like shifting gears. And it takes a while for the gear to get in gear. So thanks for putting up with me, and I hope you like the show. And me in the jumping in the water and hugging that lady, whoever that was. See, that helps keep your heart open.